And welcome to this week's Goddess Guidance. It is the 16th of January, so we are smack dab in the middle of the month, and it seems to be flying by pretty quickly. But we do have a lot of positive things on the forefront. We have all our planets direct, from what I believe. So right now, until I would say up until the spring equinox in March, the energy right now is kind of cresting. It's like building up, okay, from the 111 portal we had the other day. So it's a great opportunity just to stay focused and remember that this window of opportunity can really set the trajectory of the rest of the year to a certain level, if that is something that you're into, or if there's things that you are manifesting. I would say that from now until the spring equinox is a very potent time to work your magic. So let's see, who do we have today showing up? What goddess? So, okay. Well, that makes sense then. I'm always trying to do what they do on the YouTube, like, oh, just have cards jump out. Maybe it's a tarot versus oracle card thing. I don't know. They don't ever jump. They jump out sometimes, but card number 7 today is Brigit. She says, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. So just talked about using this opportune time for manifestation. And here we are. Brigit is a Celtic triple goddess, which means that she represents the 3 aspects of womanhood: the young virgin, the nurturing and loving mother, and then the crone, sage, or wise woman. Brigit is also a fiery goddess who tirelessly protects those who call upon her, and she's the feminine counterpart to Archangel Michael. So she is also celebrated worldwide on February 1st, and that's just around the corner, which is the sacred ancient day of Imbolc. It marks the beginning of springtime and increasing daylight. Now, here in this hemisphere, in the U.S., spring would be at obviously in the spring equinox, but this is kickstarting it. So like I said, we're riding that wave. So this is fun. I like this. I like that message. All right. We're about to get it, ladies. So take a nice deep breath and just allow yourself to land in this space. Gently place yourself in this container, knowing that you are held here. Space is held for you here. Give yourself permission to also own this space for yourself. Simply using your intention or feeling into that energy. Taking a moment to just land within the body. Feeling yourself and your focus. Coming down into the body, all the way down the spine into your hips, allowing your energy from here to expand and taking up space, floor to ceiling, wall to wall, wherever you are. You have permission to take up space. Just feel yourself being anchored in that space that you've created. You can expand yourself out even further if you like, taking up more space than your entire home or office, wherever you may be. Expanding, taking up more space within your city, expanding beyond the limits of your state, country, earth itself. Maybe allowing yourself to just expand all the way out to the far edges of the universe, if that feels comfortable for you. Taking up big space. Taking deep breaths. Stabilizing and anchoring into this space. It's like a nice little container, just holding you, your thoughts, your feelings, your presence, your energy, your intentions, all in this sacredness. And as you fully arrive here in this space, in this moment, you to bring to mind your intentions that you are creating this year, this season. Bring to mind things that you desire to experience, to have. Call forth your intentions. Sit with you in this space. And just notice if there's any aspects of yourself that are in this space that feel blocked or trapped or disconnected between you and your desires, your intentions. Look at her, honor her, love her. Turning to that aspect of yourself that may feel doubtful, uncertain, unworthy, scared, anxious. Turning to that aspect of yourself and just saying, hello, I see you. I appreciate you being here. I love you. I'm going to take care of you. Just noticing how that feels to show that aspect of yourself some love, some gentleness, kindness, allowing her to be seen, knowing that she is also welcome in this space, extending your hospitality so that she is welcome here in this space. And then maybe another part of you arrives. Part of you that is confident, courageous, brave, stands up for what she believes is right. That part of you that is full of faith and perseverance, resilience, grace, creativity, wisdom. Inviting in that part of you that is intuitive, instinctual, trusting, maybe brave, independent thinker, insightful. As she begins to arrive, a part of you that makes things happen, a part of you that attracts and magnetizes what she needs to her, magical manifester, that aspect of you that makes shit happen, gets it done. She is here too in this space. You say hello, allowing her to be acknowledged as well. Extending your hospitality to her. Just seeing if the conversation can open up between the aspect of yourself that may be fearful or uncertain about your future, the aspect of you that is certain and trusting, confident in her future. What does that conversation look like, sound like? Taking deep breaths as you allow your imagination to serve you in witnessing this interaction. Various aspects of yourself, expressions of the divine feminine being shown to you and through you. And maybe the aspect of yourself that is fearful receives the advice, the guidance that is needed. Some loving kindness extended to her. Maybe the aspect of yourself that is brave and courageous, resilient, feels seen and heard as well, for her energy has been amplified. And together they grow stronger and stronger. They become more dynamic. Become friends. They can sit together, learn together, grow together. You also become a part of this dance, this playfulness. Allowing it to serve you and becoming clear in your intentions. Like a candle in the night, being very clear. Allowing your light to shine bright. Allowing the light to guide you, to protect you. As your power begins to grow stronger and stronger. Allow the heat and flame to ignite your passion. Allow this light to propel you forward. Any fears are illuminated and eradicated. The path before you becomes clearer and clearer. The power within you begins to grow and grow, taking up space. As you amplify yourself, you lead yourself to exponential growth, change, magic, and miracles begin to just happen. As you stand in your power, anchored in the space that you own. Embracing all aspects of yourself so that you can move more freely, more creatively, dynamic, multifaceted. Be unwavering in your desires. And you to stand in your truth. Even in the face of fear, you can allow yourself to see past it, to see through it, to honor it, and still keep your eyes on the prize. Where are you going? Follow your passions, your heart, your clarity, your certainty. It will lead you in the direction of your dreams. The more space you give yourself to occupy and take up, the greater space you hold for the blessings and miracles that you are worthy of to show up. You create your own container in which to hold these blessings. Take a moment to just check in with the guests that have arrived in your space, that aspect of maybe the fearful, anxious, uncertain version of yourself, and that which is confident, brave, resilient. And allow them all to come together. Imagine all of the energy coming together. Yours in these two aspects. It's like a holy trinity, if you will. What's the energy like when they all come together? And when the powers combine, become amplified. That uncertain aspect of you feeling more confident, feeling safer, feeling accepted, curious about how it would feel like to grow in her power, to outgrow fears, the uncertainty, the doubts, the worries. How would it feel like for all of this energy to come even greater, more potent, more colorful, powerful, more dynamic? Allowing it to fill your space. Above and below, within and without, all around you. Breathing in, breathing out. Is there anything else that feels at a distance? Anything that feels like a gap between you and your desires? If so, just notice it, acknowledge it. Asking that wise aspect of yourself, what would it take to get there? What would it take to fill that gap? What's missing? Are there any questions that you may have for this wise, intuitive aspect of yourself? Anything you might be curious about? Ask her and see what she says. It's as if she's a guide or a mentor, a sponsor for your journey, friend, confidant, way shower. Is there anything that could bring your desires into fruition with more ease and grace? What would it feel like? What is needed? Things to be easier. Take for things to become easier. Your needs being met becomes easier. Your desires being magnetized to you, being easier. Manifesting becomes easier. Life in general becomes easier. And you add more grace to the mix, more alignment, more flow. How would it take to bring these desires to you faster? Is there any other insight needed? Any guidance needed? There's a part of you that knows the answer. She's wise, experienced, intuitive. She's the mystic within you. She knows the answer. A wise woman. And she can teach the aspect of yourself that is an experience, that is unaware, innocent, virginal. Wisdom lies here. What is it that you need to stand for yourself on? Where do you need to stand up more for yourself? It's as if that wise aspect of self is standing up for the inexperienced version of yourself. It's like that big sister that comes in, protective, cunning, loving. Where can you grow in your power? Where can you be strengthened, become stronger? Maybe it's spiritually in your faith. Maybe it's mentally in your focus and discipline. Maybe it's emotionally in your resilience and perseverance. Maybe it's physically through exercise or doing the work, organizing, moving things out the way, planning, sleeping and resting to keep things in balance. Maybe it's financially, allowing your money to work for you, budgeting, just being mindful of where you're investing your time, your energy, and your money. Those are the three greatest currencies we have here on earth: time, energy, and money. So make sure you invest them wise so that your return of investment is tenfold or better. Staying open, to whatever is better than our desires. But still being focused, not backing down, being clear in our intentions, open to receiving that or better. What else are you willing to outgrow? Are you ready to outgrow? Notice how the energy may feel, and then imagine being bigger than that, larger than that, expansive, taking up space, creating space, holding that space. Holding space for all of your desires and dreams to come true. Holding space for all aspects of yourself. Holding space to be here, to be in this world, not of it, but in it. Be present. Being here on purpose. Permission to experience pleasure, joy, fulfillment, abundance, diversity, beauty, creativity. Permission to embrace your power, allowing her to lead, allowing yourself to follow. Allowing yourself to just be as you are, all aspects of you. You are a multi-dimensional, multi-faceted woman. You are a dynamic woman that can manifest her dreams into reality. There's a part of her that knows that. There's a part of you that knows that. But her and her wisdom and the aspect of you that is unknowing can learn, and they can grow together. They can work together. You can embody both, recognizing her as she shows up, either aspect, leading yourself through to transformation and integration. Allowing yourself to become more whole, to become more embodied. Taking some nice deep breaths. Everything just settle, finding a comfortable space within your body. Landing softly there. And gently. And you feel complete. And gently bring some movement to the extremities, your fingers, toes, allowing that to stretch throughout the body, expand. Maybe making some bigger movements, rolling in the hips, shoulders, neck, and giving yourself some love for being here, showing up. Sending gratitude to the aspects of yourself that decided to be here and show up. And when you're ready, just opening your eyes. Coming into this new moment. Right. Well, that felt very harmonizing. Leave it to a Libra teacher to make you find some balance there. Let's see. So, various meanings of tonight's message. Various meanings for tonight's message were to be assertive. Don't worry about what others think. Not even yourself sometimes. Trust that your actions will work out fine. Speak your truth, stick to your opinions, and put your foot down. And with all of those interpretations, we can sometimes get more in our masculine energy. I guess this is the collective message, but sometimes it just shows up. I don't realize I'm doing it, but sometimes when we hear those words like stand up for yourself, put your foot down, stick to your opinions, we can embody more of our masculine energy. And it might naturally feel, well, it might feel normal or natural to like want to buck, and we have like these sayings like say it with your chest and all this kind of stuff. But it can sometimes come off with a little bit of harshness, right? It can come off with that masculine, aggressive energy. But one way for us to, as the female embodiment of the divine, to express ourselves is sometimes it's through wit. Okay, it's not brawn, sometimes brain. And it can be through our wit, it can be through our creativity, it can be through our imagination, it can be through inspiration, finding inspiration, being the inspiration. And so tonight's meditation, the practice of seeing yourself, two aspects of you, because a lot of times we know, like, oh, we'll say, like, well, there's a part of me that's like this. Or, there's a part of me that thinks this. Well, clearly you're identifying that you are compartmentalized. There are different parts of you when you say that. So you know that instinctively and subconsciously. And so you might as well use that, right, awareness consciously. And that would be to identify, okay, there's a part of me that's scared, but there's a part of me that's also drawn to this. And if I'm drawn to it, then I'm assuming there's a part of me that knows that is what it is. So it has to also know how to move through that, or has some sort of advice or guidance that it can kind of pass down. So tonight's message, I think, was talking about how Brigit is a triple goddess, right? For the mother, the maiden, and the crone aspect. It's almost kind of like you are the mother. You're the one that's giving birth to new conditions, right? This year or this season. And it's like the wise woman in you. It's almost like, the grandmother and then the granddaughter. She's like giving her advice. So instead of letting that part of you that feels underdeveloped or unsure or unqualified, whatever, instead of just letting her be out there and just kind of wandering, trying to figure it out herself, there's a part of you that already knows the answer, right? That can guide her, that can mentor her. So when you allow them to meet, you become more empowered, because now you recognize that, oh, yes, I can do this. And there's a part of me that thought I couldn't, but I can guide that aspect of myself, so that she doesn't feel lost and she's just got to figure it out. And that does come, that aspect that's more resilient or more wise and experienced, like she can come with a energy of being very protective, right? And that comes with setting boundaries. So when the message says don't back down, I think part of this as a collective message is also like, don't play yourself. Like, don't cheat yourself either. When it says don't back down, I don't feel like it means like, you got to be in someone else's face, like, this is what I want and all that kind of stuff, and being aggressive or assertive in that way. This is more of like a reassurance, like, don't back down. Like, you can do this. You can have this. Like, keep going. It's more of like a message of faith and inspiration, telling you like, yeah, don't back down, you got it, keep going. It's like cheering you on, like a little cheerleader. And so it says stand up for what you believe is right. And to me that feels, hand itching, y'all. Stand up for what you believe is right is just really recognizing your truth, right? And you don't have to like take any assertive action necessarily, but actually just knowing and embodying, like, no, I am worthy. To me, that feels like a message of worthiness. Stand up for what you believe is right. It feels like a worthiness. Like, no, I am worthy of this, and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to prove to myself that I can do this. I can have this. And so, yeah, I thought Spirit checked out for a minute. I was like, just left me hanging. So now I got to come up with like an ad libs or a filler. But what I got was you might see 222s on the clock a lot, which I think that's kind of cute, because this message was said she celebrated worldwide on February 1st, which is the second month of the year, so the number 2. And then I was hearing that you might see 222 somewhere, and if you do, that's just a reminder this week to keep going. Like, have faith, keep going, don't stop 5 minutes before the miracle happens. So it's kind of that wave or that push I was talking about earlier, as we're building up the energy. That's what this okay, there it goes. I was like, it's gonna come back around in a circle, because I feel like I'm just babbling. But yeah, that's where the don't back down comes from. It's like we are rising. There we go. We are rising. We're being amplified in our presence and our power. So it's like, yeah, don't back down. We can't back down because we're rising to the top. So, um, so yeah, standing up for what you believe is right is knowing that you are worthy and anchoring into that. So that is the collective message. Have a good rest of your evening or week, and